If you're an entrepreneur and then watch YouTube about the business or how to grow business and marketing and etc., you probably came across where the word says monk mode. Here's the thing, the monk mode actually doesn't work. It's a cool name though, I wish I could have that name, but Imagazis and all this guru have that word. So what monk mode does to people is that it's gonna create the burnout and it's gonna separate from others in a society and socializing, so which means that it will increase more stress and loneliness. And don't get me wrong, I've been there. However, the way I succeeded, the way I make money, the way I get abundant is completely opposite. So what I'm going to introduce to you is going to be completely new for you, unless you're Japanese like me. So this word is called mushin. Mu means nothing or emptiness. Shin means heart. So if you read it like directly translated in English, then it's going to be no heart. However, this is one of the most profound state of being that you can tap into. And this is the true way to manifest your goals and dreams and then to grow your income and grow your business and etc. Or to meet your partner or become the confident version of yourself, to become the best version, to have the best fucking physique. Whatever you want. You're a high achiever. However, if you're a high achiever, you typically goes to this way, which is like adding more hours, doing more and more and more. And all you do is the adding so that you basically cannot even see what is real underneath all these things that you add. However, this is the opposite. This is what the subtracting means. And this is the real way for you to manifest like a beast. Because you can be successful in any areas of your life. If your health is not on point, but a lot of money in your bank account, then you have to focus on your health as well. And then everything comes into mindset, because 99.9% of everything that you experience comes from your subconscious. So I will tell you exactly how you can tap into this machine and rewrite your brain to reprogram your mind with the subconscious and then create that effortless manifestation in your life. Welcome to the video. My name is Nemoto. I'm a mindset coach and I'm a hypnotist and I'm sort of TEDx. Wish I could say that, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it here because I don't want to cut everything. I feel like it's more authentic. Yeah, take two. Welcome to take three. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nemoto. I'm a mindset coach and TEDx speaker and a hypnotist. And currently I've got 2.6 million followers across social media. In this video, what I'm going to teach you is mushin. This is what the Zen meditators, samurai, and also the Shaolin monks, what they use mushin. Because if you think about it, if you're a samurai and fighting a gangster opponent with the sword and no armor on your body, 0.1 second is going to kill you, right? So like if you made that thinking, it's like, okay, what I'm going to do, what's next? If you're thinking, then you're too late, because it takes more than 0.1 second for you to understand analytically and logically and consciously to create the thought process to understand and analyze the situations articulately. So that's why they used mushin. This is exactly the elite samurai used to become the best. This is exactly what you need. Not this. So this is one of the beautiful quote or saying that I came across, and it's actually the first sentence of the poem. So it has like an entire poem. I'm just going to pick the first sentence, which goes, "Hana wa mushin ni shite chou manek." What that means is, obviously you don't understand that because it's Japanese. So hana means flower, mushin is the same, no heart, and cho is a butterfly, and the maneko is attract. So what it says is that the flower attracts butterfly effortlessly. So this is such a key word. So the word effortless is so important. Let me pick a green. Effortless is such a key word because if you look at the samurai and Shaolin monks, they're effortless and seamless. However, the ones that are more effortless, the ones that are more seamless, always the strongest. Isn't it funny though? Because in a society, from the educational standpoint, that what we are taught is that you do work hard, you put a lot of energy, and then you add, then you become the best, you become the strongest. Of course, practicing and sharpening your knife is one of the most profound things you can do to grow your business or to grow anything, to become, the better in social media or to create the better videos and stuff like that. However, how come this poem is so profound that it touches people and it makes all sense when they said flower attract butterfly effortlessly? In Japan, in this Eastern philosophy, in the samurai spirit, in the Shaolin monks and in all these, they all talk about this effortless way to create something or to achieve something or manifest something. And this is a common part that everybody literally talk about from different angles. And as a matter of fact, it's in the Bible too. This effortless, doing something effortlessly is so important. So what this mushin means is that a mushin is not just like you don't have a heart, you're just cold heart busted. It's not like that, it's the opposite. You're so present that you're not distracted. You're just experiencing whatever in front of you instead of being distracted by the future or worry or overthinking or the past. Oh, what if my sales doesn't work and it goes down? Like, oh, what if this sales call didn't go well? Like, oh, last month my sales was bad and XYZ, XYZ. So always people's mind are so distracted by the past and the future because the negative thinking is powerful. Negative thinking and negative emotion is powerful for human beings. This is just simply how it's designed. So we tend to get drowned into these thoughts instead of what if the next month I will double my income, right? We don't think about that way. We always thinking about something negative somehow. So this requires ability to be present as much as you can and not be bothered by all these past and futures and worries and overthinkings. And the mushin is really in that mindful space that you can tap into. However, not only just when you're meditating, we want to tap into this when especially things occurs. Imagine your business. This month, your sales went $30,000 to $10,000 this month. You're gonna be like, shit, I need to do something. So that creates a panic, right? That creates a worry. And then you basically start doing monk mode. What do? You add more hours. Oh, I gotta work 2 hours more every day. Oh, I need to do this and do that. Oh, let me try this new marketing plan. Let me just try a new agency and then let just pay $10,000 for these guys. And then you're no longer in this state because you're distracted. This is exactly what the DMN does, which is called the default mode network. The default mode network is the activity the network that connects with the different region of your brain. So it's necessary. So when it's healthy activities going on with DMN, what happens is you create this imagination or you're wondering. And it's a healthy way to activate DMN. However, when it gets excessive, then you start to worry about the past, worry about the future, and then thinking about the past, and then everything. You're just your mind is just so chaos. And then from chaos, you created, right? It's worry and past, future. Oh, by the way, you're wondering why show is so stylish? I mean, I've been stylish for entire my life. As a matter of fact, I took a leap of faith. Not faith, but I took a leap in fashion when I was 13 years old. And since then, I was just obsessed with fashion. And that's exactly why I speak British, because all the fashion came from UK. So back in the days, 10 years ago, I went to London to study English. That was 10 years ago, seriously. And I was walking around with the white three-piece suits, stuff like that. I'm so into suits. This one is a tailored, but back in the days, it was not expensive. It was probably $700 or $800, but it's white and I was just, crashing it. But because as I'm so free and I'm just always in Bali and in Thailand and just chilling at the beach, I'm always kind of half naked. And I was and then I realized that I came back to Japan. It's it's winter and I could wear suits. I could wear a cloth. And I was like, well, why don't I just wear? Because I don't have to go all the way to Tokyo to just grab a coffee with my friend and just like, dress up. But I could just do it in style. So like, my idea is that we're going to create quantum leap. We're going to create the self-development transformation. We're going to create that spiritual journey, but in style. Get it? Cool. So when you create the chaos, past, future, worry, overthinking, DMN is now working too much. So it's going crazy. So this creates this. Because now you're fucking panicked. I'm not sure if there's a C. Anyway. So you're panicked. So you go into the monk mode. What does the monk mode do? Separation. All right, we need physical connection. We need genuine connection with others. I'm not saying that you should reserve yourself for a certain period of time to focus on yourself. I'm saying like if you're separated, then that creates loneliness and then that creates a separation. Now you're no longer connected. And therefore, you will feel more sad and lonely because when you connect with people, you will create that oxytocin. For example, when you have sex or when you have your girlfriend or boyfriend, have a physical engagement, then you produce oxytocin, which is a love hormone. It makes you happier, it makes you more healthier. Your mind is more open and happy and healthy. So now you're separated, you're more closed, your ego is gross, and you basically feel much less happier. Cool, so now separation creates add more hours. Adding more hours, new strategy, extra. So now what we did is that you realize that everything is internal. No, I'm sorry, everything is external. When you do a monk mode type of shit, everything goes external. Oh, I need to do more, I need to have more, and then I need to separate myself from the world. However, this ability that we are talking about, Mushin, is you can tap into it pretty much any time you want. And I have an exercise for you to actually create that Mushin just like that. And the reason why the Mushin is so important, because when the DMN is turned off, there's a study about the monks. When the DMN is turned off, you feel less stress. Therefore, you can relax your body, you can relax your mind, and your brain is designed to tap into the ideas and all these inventors, Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and Thomas Edison, they talk about that relaxation. When you tap into that universal space, the infinite possibilities, and then all these power that you don't have, but you can tap into. But how do you do that? You turn off the DMN, and now the DMN is turned off, you're more relaxed, therefore you get connected to these infinite possibilities and ideas that you can download it. And the practiced monks, like expert monks, they can turn off the DMN network in New York City. When everybody's shouting like, "Woo, fuck you!" their DMN is turned off because they're trained mind. However, the most people creates chaos because they don't have the ability to turn off the DMN when the sales goes down. Imagine your sales right now. I want you to imagine, literally, imagine your sales dropped in half this month. Boom. This is going to happen in your mind, and then you won't be able to control it. Therefore, you're going to take actions from chaos. And this is the reason why you're going to make a mistake. It's so profound that I'm talking about. I genuinely hope that makes sense right now. When the DMN is excessive, your mind is chaotic, you're stressed. Your brain cannot perform the best when you're stressed because all your thought, imagine, oh, this is not working. Shit is not working. Shit is not working, etc., etc. Oh, my sales went down. These are the thoughts. These thoughts carries vibration frequency. and each thoughts are manifesting, right? So you created the entire chaos with all these negative thoughts that carries vibrational frequencies. And then you now, from this state of your mind, you take actions, adding more hours, new strategies, extra, XYZ, XYZ. Of course, the entire process is focusing on what is not working and what you don't have, the things that are going down. And everything is in a complete alignment. And therefore, it's going to add more stress and eventually it's going to give you a burnout. However, you're supposed to attract as a flower the most beautiful butterfly. And I can literally tell you, when I was starting this business, you know, the first time I basically manifested 200,000 to 300,000 followers in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I gained about 200-something thousand followers. And then from there, non-stop. But I was literally traveling. I wasn't just home and separated from the world and blah, blah, blah. I chose the effortless way because I trained the mind to think this way, not this way. So when I was in Italy, I literally went to Malta to just seek this state of the mind because I knew that if I go to Malta, there's a beach, there's a more beauty, and there's more calmness rather than going back to Amsterdam with depressing gray sky and then so cold, and it was COVID, so it was pretty bad. But I chose the Malta is because I knew that if I could tap into this machine every single day, then I will manifest what I want. And as a matter of fact, I did that in a couple of weeks. You can manifest just like that. Like, people think that it takes like years and years because in this way, yes. In this way, no. That's why I help clients, like, in a single month, they triple their income. In a single month, they collect 10, 20, 30K per month. That's what happens. In a single month, because we tap into this. We're operating from completely different direction. If you want to go this way, then of course it's going to take 5 years. But if you do it this way, learn how to use your mind correctly, then you'll completely save your time, save your youth, and shorten the time and then achieve faster and gain more without burning yourself out. Because if you go this down the route, at the end of the time, at the end of the day, what you're going to deal with is that, oh, money is not everything, money is not important, freedom is important, and blah, blah, blah. Your mind is so fucked because you're listening to the wrong people on social media. You can have everything. Why don't you have everything? Money is great, love is great, friendship is great. We all need everything. Everything is beautiful. You think money is not important, then money thinks that you're not important for them. It's like, listen, if you think it's important, then be it. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think having money is amazing. I think having friendship is amazing. Having a beautiful body is amazing. Like, I want everything. Do you want everything? Can you allow yourself to have everything? Because 99% is subconscious. 99%. Whatever you have, whatever you say, whatever you are, whatever you get is subconscious. Subconscious dictates everything. Therefore, you need to tap into this. Because if you can train yourself to be in this state, now you're so effortless. Also, you're very receptive. The other day, I hypnotized my friend. It took me 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. I don't just like, hey, can you lay down and, you know, I will talk to you from the left. I don't do like hypnotherapy. I was just 10 minutes and I make my friend quit the vape. And he was struggling and struggling and struggling. 10 minutes, that's it. And now his friend wants to quit the vape too. Because when you're receptive, when the DMN is turned off, when you're mushin, you're very receptive, which means you can reprogram your subconscious mind. You have to be programmed to be successful. You have to be programmed to have lots of friends. You have to be programmed to be loved. And it sounds kind of weird, but that's what it is. And that's why a lot of people who have a traumatic childhood and like didn't receive enough love from the parents or had abusive, parents or siblings and etc., they struggle with love. They could be rich as hell, but they struggle with love because that's how they're programmed. But however, somebody who received so much love and, my parents are awesome and I was filled with love and now I have a beautiful family, but they're broke. Why? Because they're programmed. Their parents wasn't rich as well and he or she didn't program themselves to become rich, wealthy, abundant, whatever that is. That's why you have to be programmed. You have to have that program because your spiritual journey is so important. Your masculine energy and this feminine energy, which I can talk about that in a different video. But as you go through the spiritual journey, you realize that you're not only spiritual, but you're also very, very physical. And not only that, you're also systematic because your mind is so systematic and everything has to be connected. Soul, mind, body. You have to be connected, you have to be congruent, you have to be aligned, right? It's like there are so many people who's in a spiritual community that claim themselves very conscious entrepreneur, but a lot of them are broke. And if you want to be everything, then of course you have to allow yourself to be aligned spiritually and mentally and physically. Again, you can't just be rich and unhealthy. Because what's the point? Like there's a movie about this French guy, right? Like I think it was with a Kevin Hart, wasn't it? If I'm right. But this guy, is rich as fuck, but he's on a wheelchair and like he can't do shit. His life is boring. What's the point? If you have a healthy body right now, you have to take care of it. If you have a good amount of money, invest in your health, invest in your physical body. If you have lots of time, invest that time to learn something new, to grow your business. Everything has to be aligned and congruent. And then if you have the program, then you will get what you want. Okay, that's why I'm saying, if you are still focusing on external factors, like everything is you creating, are you willing to take that responsibility? Are you willing to take that responsibility fully 100% of whatever that comes into your life? Whatever comes into your life. It was so funny, there was such a fast manifestation the other day. I was in Bali. And I went to the Chandidasa, that was like east in Bali from Canggu, Uluwatu. It's like 2 hours away, right? East. Still less tourist. And this day, I was sick. Basically, the 7 days, I was sick the entire time. And it's day 2, day 3, whatever. I woke up and then I started working. But I was so feeling sick, like really bad. But I had to make a content, and I really wanted to make a content, but I was just not in the best mind, best physical body. I usually never sick, but somehow when I go to Bali, I get sick. Which I will talk about in a different video about how the quantum leap works. Anyway, so that day, I got stressed a little bit. I got frustrated a little bit because, fuck, I really want to make content, but I feel like shit. And I need help, right? And then I got stressed a little bit, frustrated at all these ideas. So my idea man went a little bit too, excessive. 5 seconds later, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna fucking make contents. I don't care how I feel because I can push myself. And then I went out with that stressful mind and I flew my drone. 5 seconds later, I crashed into the ground and I broke it. And we had so many plans that we wanted to take a drone shot and it's completely ruined because I crashed it. Just like that. I take full responsibility and it's no one's fault. It is no one's fault because I manifested it. So you have to take responsibility of exactly what you do. Everything that you put out, the subtle thought that you're not aware of, that is coming back to you the way exactly that you put out. So that's why the moment that the DMN goes excessive, that creates chaos and all this thought process, and then now you're running into the actions, and then all these things that completely focus on external factors. And therefore, you get burnout, or you're going to make a mistake, and things doesn't work out, and then you're going to hate yourself, and then you feel like, oh, I can't do it. everything is now in a negative spiral. Perfectly beautiful down spiral. However, this one, it completely detached from the outcome, and then you get to decide, because you know that you attract the flowers, you attract the butterfly, because it's effortless. Especially in a stressful situation, if you can tap into that, it will help you to manifest just like this, because the butterfly will come to you. It's not about how beautiful they look. It's really about they are in a completely same vibration frequency. 99% is subconscious. It will happen anyway. That's why there are people who are always in a toxic relationship, like every fucking single time. It's art. It's like every time you go into a toxic relationship, that's like art. How do you find all these toxic narcissistic bitches or boys? That's an art. It's because they're programmed. They can easily find their subconscious is showing some good things about these toxic narcissistic people, and that's why therefore they're always in a relationship. And then they feel like shit. In a business as well. If you only focus on the things that, okay, like put on a sales call, oh, this I didn't close. Oh, I couldn't close this one. And now you're focusing on the fact that you're not closing. And nothing is effortless because you're in this. So once you become the same vibration frequency as a flower, then it resonates, okay? How the frequency works is to resonate. The moment that you change and reprogram your mind, tapping into the machine, become receptive, rewire your brain, then you vibrate like a flower. Then you don't have to run into these busy strategies and add more works and stuff like that. But it will attract, somehow the client finds you. And somehow they're like so happy to work with you. Well, before I was taking sales call 1 hour and 1.5. I'm really good at sales. I close in 20 minutes. But there are people preaching sales calls like you have to stay on the calls like 1.5 and stuff like that. Bro, like you're wasting your time. You're just not good. Period. I close around 20 minutes and maximum 30 minutes. But there are people out there taking 1 hour and 1.5. Before, when I started it, yeah, it took me 1 hour and 1.5 to close a deal, but it's not. So, effortless. If you can do everything effortless, that's how you win fast, and that's how you manifest like a beast. So if you're a conscious entrepreneur who wants to grow your business 2 to 5x your income fast and manifest like a beast, instead of going to these new strategies and add more distractions, then apply from the link in the description. I have a very, very exclusive coaching for you. All right, anyway, so how can we tap into this? What is a practice show? I'm very well known for implementation, unlike other YouTubers. They don't give anything, right? Do meditate, visualize. So I'm gonna give you exactly how it does. So one of the exercises that I teach is called centering method. Centering method is so easy. Let me change the color. So the centering method is very easy. Understanding the circle principle. You know that Zen circle? Everything is a circle. Everything starts within you and ends within you. This is you, okay? So in Zen, they preach the circle. Everything comes back. So the intention and thoughts and everything that starts, it comes back as an experience. That's how exactly you manifest. The centering method, you have to understand this circle principle. The circle principle is taking full responsibility and understanding that exactly what you put comes back to you, and therefore everything starts within and ends within, because everything you experience, how do you experience it? You experience it emotionally, right? How you feel is more important than what happened. So, understanding the circle principle, the centering method is so easy. We have 60,000 thoughts per day according to all these neuroscientists and study. However, most people are not aware of the 99% of the thoughts. So imagine, now you're aware of your thoughts. Oh, I was just thinking about, I'm not closing sales. Or something like that. Or like, I only made 10K. Or whatever the negative thoughts you have. Now you're aware of that. Oh, I was aware of these thoughts. Now I was aware of these thoughts. And you have to change it because you're programmed to think this way. Your DMN is excessive. Now you go into this negative spiral because that creates this. So we need to change that. And the centering method is that you want to, let me just get a phone. You want to go to the reminder on your phone. And if you're normal people, then you probably have an iPhone. I'm just kidding. I just like iPhone. Anyway, so if you go to the reminder, then you can, whatever the phone you have, but then remind them every 2 hours, every 3 hours, or every hour, whatever that is. You can put something like organize your thoughts or be aware of your thoughts, right? And then put some affirmations or something. So you bring your center, you bring yourself to center every 1 hour, every 2 hours, every how many hours you want. And then even if you're thinking this way, the alarm goes off, the reminder goes off, and then now you bring yourself center. You bring yourself back to center and then tap into the mushin. How do we tap into the mushin? Well, there's a study shows that having a couple deep breaths, and they slow down your heartbeat, slow down your everything. So having a couple deep breaths as a start, and then just genuinely focus on the space around you, or the things in front of you, or just how you feel right now. And then once you slow down your heartbeat, once you slow down your mind from this chaotic mind, you want to focus on a relaxation. Okay? How the hypnosis works is that when I hypnotize, people become relaxed, so they are receptive. And that's why if I want them to forget their name, they will, because they're receptive. They accept. So again, you want to be relaxed and then be receptive to what you're going to say to yourself. And you bring yourself back to center, as many as you can, and then replace these thoughts, even if you're thinking this way. You want to go like, I close so many deals, so many sales, or I make 50K per month, or something like that. So instead of focusing on the negatives, focusing on what you want to focusing on what you want to program yourself for. Does it make sense? This is a centering method. It's so easy. But you have to basically need something to remind yourself, right? Because otherwise we are 99% of the time in every single day, we are autopilot. We're subconscious and completely we're not conscious. As a matter of fact, there's a study shows that 47% exactly, of the adult American is now focusing on 47% of the time what they're doing. So they're oblivious to what they're doing. And then it's basically the study about Americans, but it applies to the world. It's basically we are not aware of 47% of what we're doing. Everything is autopilot. So we use that window that we created and then relax ourselves. And then we want to basically brainwash and ingrain a different program, different belief system. And this is how you train yourself to tap into the mushin. Because this is not no heart. You do have a heart. You have a genuine heart, you have a big heart. It's beautiful. But it's more of a effortless because you're present, because you don't worry, because you're not cursed by the doubts and uncertainty. You create your reality effortlessly. And that's how you manifest properly. That's how you manifest fast. All right? Now, go ahead and put your phone in a reminder and then fix it right now. And I genuinely hope that this video helps you. And I know I'm very, very confident I actually provide the best content in the world on YouTube or on Instagram anyway. So if you're an entrepreneur who wants to 2 to 5x your income or grow and manifest like a beast, apply from the link in the description. I'm going to turn you into the best version of yourself very, very, very fast. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe, notification bell, and give me your takeaway in the comment. And I'll see you next video. I'm coming in style, baby. Peace.